We're rolling through southern New Mexico on another RV adventure, this time chasing the dazzling white dunes of White Sands National Park. But before we get there, something catches our eye. A giant pistachio?
Welcome to McGinn's Pistachioland, the world-famous stop you just can't miss. They grow thousands of pistachio trees, make their own wine, and yes, pose proudly with that 30-foot pistachio.
And they offer tours daily for only $4 per person. Then we wandered just across the street at the Boot Hill RV Resort, a peaceful desert campground with sunset views that feel straight out of a Western movie.
The next morning, we hit the road again, this time toward Ruidoso, a mountain town along the Billy the Kid Scenic Byway. Our first stop, the Ruidoso Welcome Center. Friendly folks, maps, and stories that make you want to explore every back road in Lincoln County.
Isn't she just a little dear?
So that's what happened at Roswell. Billy the Kid shot them down. If you haven't seen our Roswell video, we think you'll like to see that too. Please check it out after this one. Please subscribe and hit that notified button. That way you'll never miss an exciting video. Thanks in advance.
Right in the same parking lot, we discovered the Hubbard Museum of the American West, a cozy treasure chest of Old West history. Even though the museum itself was temporarily closed for renovation, the outdoor grounds were alive with art, especially the breathtaking bronze horses by sculptor Dave McGary, galloping in full motion at the Free Spirits at Noisy Water installation.
Each one feels so real, you almost expect them to leap off the hill and ride into the horizon. Sadly, Dave McGary passed away in 2013 from a rare form of kidney cancer. His art was so inspiring and uplifting. He must have been a wonderful person to meet. We're so glad he left behind so much beauty for all of us to enjoy.
But then, the plot takes a dramatic twist. We finally make it to White Sands National Park, only to find the gates closed. A government shutdown. We had no idea. Being on the road, we completely missed the news. So there we were, parked at the entrance, laughing at our luck.
Will there be no dunes today? No sand angels? Just that endless glowing white stretching into the distance behind the locked gate?
My memories flood back to several years ago. Back then, I was completely awestruck by this place. The endless rolling dunes of White Sands National Park, glowing like snow under the desert sun. It felt otherworldly, peaceful, pure, and alive with light. I wanted so much to show my all that beauty. The way the sand sparkles under the morning sun, the way the wind paints new patterns every hour, the way the whole landscape feels like it's breathing. So standing here again at the locked gate, it hits hard. How could something so magnificent, a place meant for everyone, be silenced by a government shutdown? How could our leaders be so uncaring to take this away even for a little while? Met a new friend who offered his sled. How could I say no? We took turns filming. Here he goes. Whoa, that looked smoother in theory. All right, my turn. Wish me luck.
You're less stable, I think, with your feet out because you'll roll over sometimes. That's the point right there. All right, all right. All
wow,
right.
That felt much faster in real life than it looks. Fortunately, the Border Patrol agents were still on duty, and they gave us a great tip on where we could catch a glimpse of White Sands from the other side of the fence, right off the highway. The quiet tension, the kindness of the agents, and that first glimpse of White Sands beyond the fence. But as the wind carried the white dust across the horizon, I realized something. The park itself doesn't close. The beauty, the spirit of this place, it's still here. The mountains still stand. The dunes still dance. Even if the gates are locked, nature carries on. And maybe that's the message we needed to hear.
Jerry got his wish. We did walk on some of the dunes that day. We still felt its magic, even from the other side of the fence. And thanks, Jerry, it was awesome. And as the sun dipped low over the gypsum sands, I knew we'd be back. Because places like this, they don't fade from your memory. They stay in your heart forever. It looks like all of the stars in heaven have gathered together with YouTube for you to watch this next video too. Thanks for watching!